birthright citizenship, which now comes to the fore, that was meant for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for people trying to scam the system and come into the country on a vacation.
What? Like, seriously? Then why doesn't the Constitution say only for slaves? Using this logic, when the Second Amendment was signed, muskets were only around. So does that mean that we can ban all guns except for muskets? I think we should go for it.
If they want to take away birthright citizenship, take it away from everyone. And then let's all do 23andMe and see who's from the Americas. I mean, if we're going to be racist, we might as well do it right. DNA test for everybody.
Wait, why did nobody tell me that birthright citizenship was meant for the babies of slaves? On the basis of that logic, we got to follow what Trump says, y'all. A lot of things have changed. If you don't have a musket, can't tell me about the Second Amendment. Baby, if you're not pouring in, and I mean pouring it in, shoving that stick down and ready to shoot, so no more blickies, the Glocks, you're going to have to put them down.
So the Supreme Court just pulled the fast one on us. And no, they did not outright end birthright citizenship, but they made it a lot easier for someone else, we all know who, to try. So if the president wants to do something crazy like maybe end birthright citizenship, district judges can't block it throughout the whole country, only in their district. And I don't know who benefits from that. Well, I do know, Trump.
She followed the law, earned her citizenship, and became the First Lady of the United States. This isn't about modeling, it's about illegal immigration. And Melania did it the legal way.
Except Melania Trump didn't actually follow the law, and as a result, she shouldn't even be a U.S. citizen of this country. Melania Trump took tens of thousands of dollars in paid modeling gigs before she was even allowed to work here.
My next message is for Latinos for Trump. We all know that many of you guys are recipients and beneficiaries of birthright citizenship. Many, if not most, Latinos for Trump have undocumented family members or undocumented parents. Although this might not affect you right now, you're next on the chopping block. But regardless, maybe the USA has the president it deserves.
And your mother, when did your mom take the citizenship test? Was it before or after you were born?
After I was born.
After you were born. Okay. But you gained citizenship through birthright then.
Well, but you gained citizenship through birthright citizenship in that sense too, right?
So I work at a courthouse, and I just saw the news on the Supreme Court ruling on the birthright citizenship injunctions. I'm gonna just say this. This 4th of July, there's nothing to celebrate. There is absolutely nothing to fucking celebrate. I am disgusted. Like, there are no words to express how I feel right now. For those that voted for Mr. Trump, I don't know what to tell you. This is bizarre. It's bizarre.
Hello lovelies, welcome back to this episode. I came across this particular topic. A lot of people are keep talking about the way DT is ending birthright citizenship. I've seen some people, they are trying to twist this in another way. Some people are feeling bad about it. These Latinos also, they couldn't even understand the meaning of each and everything, because according to DT, he's saying this birthday citizenship was made to ensure that kids born from slaves get that right to have American citizenship. But it's quite funny to see how illegal migrant, Latinos, and all of those people coming in America from different countries, they feel bad this time around, though it's not something good, because millions of America are going to lose citizenship through this system. But on another hand, people are feeling envy that Black Americans are untouchable. It's not something which concerns them. I don't understand why till that people don't want to understand that Black Americans, they belong on that land. It's their land. They are not allowed to go anywhere else, and they are not immigrants. Guys, let's talk about this today's episode. Let me know your thought and your opinion in the comment section. Then we'll come back with more commentary.
I just got this one question. Why is it with this illegal immigrant bullshit, or even individuals who are here on Joe Biden's temporary visa situation, why is it when it's time for you to get deported or they revoke that status, why is it you come back to black people? Black Americans, foundational black Americans. Why is it you try to lump us up in your bullshit? Now, at the end of the day, for the Haitian community, hey, at the end of the day, and anybody who came in on Joe Biden's temporary visa, I feel sorry you got to go back. But there's a lot of things with Joe Biden that we question today. Did he really know that he was actually doing what the hell he supposedly did? I mean, he let millions of people here to cross the border illegally, shipped them around the United States, put them in all different types of neighborhoods in different areas. And we question his cognitive ability. But now everybody's mad because, again, it was a temporary protective status. This isn't something new. When one administration comes in, the policies of the last administration, sometimes they don't honor that. And it's the president who makes the decision to revoke that. So liberals are pissed off and feel like they're supposed to stay here. Again, this is simple civics, ladies and gentlemen. And again, ultimately, they've been here long enough. They've been able to make money and send it back home. And at the end of the day, Donald Trump made the decision, it's time for you to leave. But you're mad at Donald Trump.
So I have a question for Black Americans who think that this ruling does not apply to them. If America could go back and change anything in the course of American history, what is that thing that you think that they would do? Because I have an answer what I think they would do. One, annihilate the Native American community so they don't exist today. Because colonization works much better if you destroy the native indigenous people of the land, because then you can always pretend that you are on the land. And two, they would never give y'all rights. They would never give y'all citizenship. They would write the law in such a way to make sure that you specifically would not have access to citizenship. Because if you have access to citizenship, that means you have access to respect, access to dignity, access for them to treat you like a human, and they would never do that, so they could continue to subjugate you. They may have let you one free, meaning they don't necessarily own you, but definitely would have still kept a lot of the black codes, the whole sharecropping thing. Things would have been structured very much differently, that even though you're free, you're really not fucking free. So I ask you, when Trump is coming after this law, do you really think that you will be safe? Do you think it will just be Latino people who will be sent away? Or do you think it will be just Latino people who will be stripped away of their citizenship? Do you really want to run that bet?
Wait a second. Y'all are surprised that the packed Supreme Court, the purposefully, racistly packed Supreme Court, found a way or gave a loophole to Donald Trump for him to go through with the shit that he's trying to do with ending birthright citizenship? And then you've seen his messaging, specifically talking about the descendants of slaves, this, that, and the third, and you guys are surprised that this happened? We told you this is what the fuck was going to happen. It's crazy to see this shit playing out in real time, but we told you this was fucking coming. Black people, brown people have always been the end game. These are the only people that are supposed to be here. They've literally said this time and time again. We read Project 2025. They said this needs to be a white nation. Why are we surprised that they are now going after black and brown people, trying to find a way for them to not fucking be here anymore? They literally said out their fucking mouths. They wrote it down. They plastered it everywhere and said, this is what we're going to do. And now they're doing it. And everybody that we told they were going to do it is trying to act surprised. And then the people who listened to them say that they were doing this are acting surprised. This shit is fucking insane. It's literally fucking insane that they gave this nasty orange bitch a loophole to do the shit that he's doing when it's literally unconstitutional. It is literally, definitionally unconstitutional, and they still gave this motherfucker a loophole. But again, why are we surprised? We knew this was happening. We knew it was happening.
If you call yourself a proud American, please listen now. This is including all the people that don't consider themselves racist, but they are. This also considers everyone that is born here in the United States of America. The Supreme Court has just issued an allowance to end birthright citizenship that was being injunctioned by other court rulings. You know, there was other courts that were like, nope, we're not allowing that. Birthright citizenship is a birthright to be here in America. It doesn't matter where your parents are from. If you're born on this soil, you are American. Well, the Supreme Court, obviously we all know that they are much more conservative. They have now said that it is okay, and that law or that ruling for Trump's administration can start to take effect. Now, if you're a proud American and you go by the Constitution, you go by the laws, then you should be pissed off, because slightly and surely we are entering fascism and we are going into an authoritarian and dictatorship state. Please be scared. Please be wary. If you are American and you love the United States, this is against everything that we go for. And keep in mind, in our Constitution, the Founding Fathers did say that if our government is not being ruled by the people or for the people, you can overthrow them. So do what you want with that information.
I am laughing my ass off right now, bro. This guy is on TV, and I'm talking about the President of the United States of America, is telling people that it was only meant, birthright citizenship it is, was only meant for the children of slaves. He's talking about, so all of y'all, that parents that came over here and had y'all, and you're Republican, okay, and you voted for this guy. All of you guys that were naturalized citizens that had your kids here, he's saying that they not citizens anymore, that you can't fucking vote anymore. I'm just going to tell you right now, okay? I'm happy for you. This is what you get. He literally told you that, oh, vote for Donald Trump. Oh, yeah, that shit. That shit. None of you motherfuckers can vote anymore. That's what he's telling you.
She followed the law, earned her citizenship, and became the first lady of the United States. This isn't about modeling, it's about illegal immigration. And Melania did it the legal way.
Except Melania Trump didn't actually follow the law, and as a result, she shouldn't even be a U.S. citizen of this country. Melania Trump took tens of thousands of dollars in paid modeling gigs before she was even allowed to work here. The documents show that the future wife of Donald Trump, who has taken strict stances on immigration enforcement, was paid for modeling jobs worth tens of thousands of dollars before she even had permission to work in the U.S. They showed that she was paid for 10 modeling assignments between September 10th and October 15th, 1996, during a time when her visa allowed her to be in the U.S. and look for work, but not to perform paid work in the country. And breaking any of the laws is grounds for deportation and a denial of future citizenship. So, if you guys care about immigration enforcement so much, that should have been Melania's path, but it wasn't, because this is the thing about the Conservative Party, and they'll never talk about this. They want strict enforcement until it's inconvenient to them. They want passes. They want to be able to choose who has to deal with this strict enforcement and who should just be allowed to bypass the laws. That is the Conservative Party. That is the hypocrisy that they exhibit. Anyways, my name is Mercedes Chandler. Deport Melania Trump. Give me a follow or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
Just because you were born here doesn't mean you're from here. That's what Donald Trump is trying to tell you. He just signed an executive order ending birthright citizenship. So he basically saying that even because you were born in America, that does not make you an American citizen. If your parents were born somewhere else, you are a citizen of whatever country they were born in. But which parent? What if both your parents were born in two different countries? Which country do you become a citizen of? What if one parent was born here in America and the other was born somewhere else? How do you decide which parent's citizenship do you get to take? Well, if you're not the color of Donald Trump, it doesn't matter. He doesn't fucking care what other country you can claim. He's just telling you that you can't claim to be an American. This is another executive order meant to divide us. Another executive order meant to hurt us. This man is trying so hard to be a dictator. The fact that he keeps signing these executive orders tells you just how unpopular his policies are. Even though you're born on American soil, you are not an American citizen. Like, why would that be anywhere on the top 10, top 100 things that he should be worried about right now? Why would that be something that he has to just, I have to take care of this right now? We have such a problem. We have such a problem right now with so many people being born on American soil and becoming American citizens and receiving the rights and benefits of an American citizen. We can't have that.
So the Supreme Court just voted to allow Trump to remove birthright citizenship. And you said he wasn't gonna do that. It's so funny to me because y'all all swore up and down, no, he can't do that. No, it's in the Constitution. It's your 14th Amendment right. Ha, 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 ha. I'm laughing in your face right now. I'm laughing in your face. Are you guys gonna continue to be blind and not view what is going on right now in front of our faces? Or you're gonna keep on being delusional? Or you're going to keep on living in La La Land, the fantasy land that Trump has created in every single one of your minds? We're living in a dictatorship. We're living in a dictatorship. We're living in a dictatorship. I don't know how y'all don't see it, but it's just, this is the beginning of so many different things that are about to change for this country. And like I always say, I hope you get what you voted for. I hope you get what you voted for.
The Supreme Court just gave Donald Trump the green light to end birthright citizenship in parts of the country. Yeah, you heard that correctly. For over 150 years, if you were born on U.S. soil, you were automatically a citizen. Well, not anymore, not everywhere at least. In a 6-3 ruling, Justice Amy Coney Barrett wrote that Trump's executive order won't kick in for 30 days, but once it does, everything changes. No more automatic citizenship for babies born to illegals and tourists without green cards. The left are losing their minds over this, claiming it's unconstitutional, but here's the kicker. SCOTUS didn't even rule on whether Trump's move is legal yet. They just said federal judges can't block laws nationwide anymore with these ridiculous universal injunctions. And let's be honest, Trump's not just rewriting immigration policy, he's reasserting presidential power. The media's spinning it, but this is a major win for America first. Comment below, do you think birthright citizenship should end, or are we finally correcting a 150-year-old mistake? Let me know.
You all know that this birthright citizenship, it is something which has been there in America for decades, almost 200 years. A lot of people has been benefited from this. You have seen how different people were coming in America during pregnancy, so that anytime they give their birth on American land, that kid will immediately have that birthright citizenship. A lot of people have used it for decades, but this time around, people should know that things are no longer the same. You came in America, you have illegal migrant, either you came from Cuban, Venezuelans, Mexicans. This time around, you are going to feel the consequences of your vote. This the time we are keep saying, your vote is going to cost you these coming 4 years and your generations. This is something being told you, please, 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 don't come out on the internet crying, because what you came out to do on 5th November, it is something which is going to haunt you till this administration will end his term. That's what we are going to see. Seeing this Latin already trying to say, if that's so, let's do DNA for each and everyone who is America, so that whenever DNA say you are coming from, you should go back there. You are trying to show black people that they don't belong in America. You are trying to show them also they should be conducted DNA on them so that they will be also deported. Sometimes when you try to see how, since this mass deportation started, a lot of people are looking at the black people, a lot of people are envy. They couldn't even understand how come everything is happening right now doesn't concern them. You always see them as minority. You always see them that they are people who are quiet, minding their own businesses. But I've seen a lot of people couldn't even understand why they still living on American land. When you try to explain the history, they don't want to understand. When you try to show them evidence, each and everything, why they should stop always blaming them, looking problems on them, they don't want to understand. This birthday citizenship was first made for kids to have the right, kids born from slaves to have the right to have American citizenship. Because during that time, it was so hard. It was so hard for them. They've been calling them foreigners. They've been calling kids of slaves. During civil rights movement, it's when they came out to say, okay, we have heard your cry. We have heard each and everything you are claiming. Now we are going to grant you American citizenship. Now we have heard you, we have heard your cry. Now we are going to grant you American citizenship if your parents has been born here. That's how everything started. But as times went by, a lot of people started to take advantage of it. You have seen someone is from China. When a wife is about to give birth, you hear them saying, I'm going to travel to America so that my kids will have American citizenship. I'm going to travel to Canada so that my kids will have Canadian citizenship. But this time around, I think what DT is doing is not right, because when you try to look it in another angle, a lot of people are going to lose their citizenship, because there is a lot of kids who've been born in America from American citizen, but for them, they are still having that citizenship came from birthright. You have seen this man, Vivenki Lamswamy, also, he got the American citizenship through his parents, because they once was migrant in America, but for him, he got that citizenship through this program. Now everyone is saying, if that's so, let's check each and everyone. Let's check Melania. Let's check all those high profiles wives, the way they came in America. But when they are saying something like this, these people, nothing can touch them. They are billionaires. They have all type of ways they could get that American citizen. Though we know that they have a say, but those who are going to get hurt, those are those middle class. This is the pure class people who doesn't have any Anthony to talk for them. These Latinos, this migrant, this Cuban. I think those are the many people who are going to get hurted by these new policies. Guys, thank you for watching this episode. See you in my next video.